Hey there, I'm back. So sad that my phone is not acting so great. Earlier today, like 2 hours ago, right after a gym workout, I quickly decided to post and do a live. And unfortunately, nobody could hear me because something's wrong with my iPhone speaker, apparently. Um, the reason why I kind of laugh is because I think like Apple, after you use AirPods so long, I think your normal speaker doesn't pick up like it used to. I think that's Apple's, maybe that's their way of getting you to continue to buy these ridiculously overpriced headphones. Anyways, what that video was really all about, and I want to thank everyone who's reached out to me that's like, girl, I can't hear you, but you look so upset. Please let us know if you're okay. So the video was all about overcoming um, the uncomfortable. And the reason why I was so upset this morning and why I decided to go live with it, because normally, right, you always see this happy-go-lucky, super positive vibe babe that's like literally radiating energy. And earlier this morning, I felt so upset and I was so uncomfortable with what had just happened. And I was like, people need to hear this and people need to know that not the experience that I went through today doesn't normally happen. So just to backtrack, and I have meditated, I have completely released these negative emotions. I am able to keep it together right now because I have done that. I've taken my time every day to do my spiritual practice. So thank God that works. But anyways, this morning I was put into a very weird position inside the gym. And I thought, since my husband and I couldn't work out today together, that instead of lifting, that I would change up, get some variety in my life when it comes to exercise. And I decided to go in to the group class. Okay, there's a group class there every single morning. It starts at 5, it goes to 6. I was like, perfect, I'm already at the gym. I did some cardio ahead of time. And then I was like, cool, I still have that hour. I will go ahead and jump in this class. Now, me and this instructor, we have not always got along. She's an alpha, I'm an alpha, and unfortunately, one of two things happens with alphas, right? We either are drawn together and we're like, yay, babes united, right? Everyone is awesome. Let's take on the world. Or alphas just completely bash, right? Like we're just like, ugh. And this is how this alpha girl is. She could care less that, like she could care less about helping other people, that's for sure. But anyways, we're not going to bash on her. Everyone's got their own pain, and I truly believe that hate is going to hate, and hurt people, unfortunately, hurt more people. So I'm not going to do that. But anyways, I walked into the class. It's about 5. Can everyone hear me? Shelly, can you just, like, I know you're watching, girl. Can you make sure that you can hear me? Just feel free to drop a comment. I can see you're watching. Cynthia, welcome. And earlier, if you were trying to listen to the video, I was like bawling. I could barely keep my shit together. So anyways, I walked into the group room, the group workout room, and that should really honestly be a safe zone for anyone who feels uncomfortable in a gym, right? That's the beautiful part about a group class, is that you're with other people who don't quite know their way around the other parts of the gym. They love the people in the gym, right? The instructor normally welcomes them in, makes them feel welcome. So normally a group class is awesome. Cynthia, thank you for confirming that you can hear me. All right, so I walked into there. I get my box ready, my steps. It's aerobics day. And a guy comes in. And he comes in, and he has been coming to this group class 3 days a week ever since, I got into this town and started doing my, buying my gym membership here. So anyways, I know who this guy is. He's always been super friendly, like in the sense of like, hey, right? Like we walk past each other. We don't really have conversations because I'm there to do work. But anyways, he comes up to me. We are the only two in this class, and it's 3 minutes before this group class starts. He comes up and he says, Carissa, you need to get out. You are not welcome here. And if you're going to stay here, you need to move because you're in Melissa's spot. And I was like, I kind of looked around the gym and I was like, I don't see Melissa, and the last time I checked, this is a free country and I can stand wherever. And he's like, yeah, well, you're not welcome here, and you need to leave. And I was like, well, I'm staying, you know, hello. My husband fights for our freedom every freaking day. And I was like, and I have every right to be in this spot, in this aerobics room right now than anybody else. And he just kind of got upset. He finished putting his box together and then left. He comes back in 2 minutes later and he says, you're still here? Why haven't you moved? And I was like, I'm not moving. In fact, if me standing here makes you feel uncomfortable, then you can move, right? I am confident with where I'm at, and I like being by the front. I like being like right there, right? Right in the mix, right by all the other extra stuff. So anyways, he clearly realizes that I'm not leaving and that I'm here to stay. So the instructor that I already don't get along with just because of a couple of reasons. First off, when I first got to this gym, I came to the class because I was just trying to meet other ladies, right? I was like, I'm new to this town. I don't know anyone in this town. So the best way to meet people, that especially people that are healthy and that like to be healthy, is in a gym class. Like, I know this. So I went in, and within a week, the instructor kicked me out of her Facebook chat, which made me feel super terrible and kind of lonely, to be honest with you. She didn't like the fact that I was encouraging other classmates, right? Like, hey girl, you got this, when you can see a woman struggling doing push-ups or something. Like, I would go up to them and I would do my push-ups right beside them, like, you got this, don't give up, keep pushing, right? She felt threatened, which is what a lot of alphas do, unfortunately, males and females. They feel threatened, and they're like, bye, we don't want you in here. So anyways, that's just kind of the backstory with the instructor. So she's always late to her class, which to me is just so unprofessional. You should always be the very first one. You should be welcoming your members to the group. At least that's how I roll when I used to teach classes. You know, that you're there to instruct, to encourage, to cheer them on, and to push them, because they can't push themselves, right? Most women who go to those classes because they need to be told what to do and when to do it, and to be pushed, to be motivated, okay? If any of this is sounding familiar to you or resonating, drop me something to let me know that you are listening, and this shit is real. All right, so moving on with the story. I wanted to be sad, and I was honestly, first I was mad. I was like, how dare this man tell me to leave or to move? That's not the first time a guy has tried to tell me to get out of the weight room. You know, like, I was in a weight room one time and the guy goes, excuse me, the girl weights are over there. And I was like, excuse me, I am a weightlifter. I belong in this room, right? Like, and then I went out and benched his ass. But anyways, that was a long time ago. But he's not the first, and he's definitely not going to be the last man to try and tell me where I belong, right? Where I belong in the group or the room or whatever. So instead of getting mad and upset, I'm like, Carissa, you have two choices, right? You can boss up, stay in your spot, or you can totally cave into this uncomfortable position and allow him to get the best version of you. That ain't happening, not to this boss babe. So I shoved those emotions down. In fact, I kind of used that hate, that anger that I have for him to push through a workout. So the workout's done. 45 minutes later, the instructor, you know, doesn't like me, so she doesn't really say anything. She doesn't even talk to me during the class. She addresses everybody else while, you know, teaching, except for me. And I go up to her, and again, this ball of fire has been like really building within both of us for the last 7 months, and I just don't sit quiet. Like, I'm like, life is way too short not to say your piece, right? So today after class, I went up to her and I said, I need you to know that this is the most uncomfortable I have ever felt in a gym. Now, if y'all don't know me, I used to weigh 213 pounds. I hated my body. I was embarrassed of it. When I first went into my very first gym in Spangdahlem, Germany, my hoodie was over, like I was covered from head to toe. I did not feel like I belonged at all. Today trumped that moment 11 years ago. That is how quickly someone can just rain on your parade if you let them, okay? So I went up to her and I said, today was the most uncomfortable day I've ever had in a gym, and I just want you to know that as an instructor, you have members in here telling you that you need to move and that there are spots saved and that you don't belong and that you're making them feel uncomfortable. And she just kind of looked at me. She's like, well, people don't like you in here. And I was like, that ain't my problem. And as an instructor, that is a you thing. You need to make sure that all of your members are just showing up for the best selves, not play favorites, not be like, oh, he's been with me forever, I love him, or her, vice versa. So, this has been balling up for a while. And I said, and to be honest, I know we don't see eye to eye, but I don't appreciate when you just completely kicked me out of your Facebook group chat, which, to me is like, hello, that was like the updates, like, hey, there's snow on the ground, we're canceling class. So like, it's kind of important to know that stuff. She's like, well, to be honest, everyone does feel uncomfortable around you because you're always doing bigger moves, bigger, more stuff, more weight. And I was like, well, isn't that the point of a group class, is to tailor, to every level of fitness? That's the beautiful part about a group class, is you can do a squat, an air squat, or you could go get an easy bar or some sort of weighted bar or dumbbells to make it harder for you. It caters to every fitness level, from just beginner to badass like me. That is what a group class is supposed to do, besides encourage you. And so she's like, that makes us feel uncomfortable when we're doing planks and people are struggling and you're over there doing a handstand plank. And I'm like, again, not my problem. It's my job to show up and like push myself, since you are not pushing me to do that. So anyways, we have it, and I'm just having a simple conversation. I'm crying in front of her. She's still looking at me like, so the biggest thing here is I wanted her to know that I planned on talking to the gym owner, because as an owner of something, as an entrepreneur, I would want to know if the people I paid to help my members in the gym, if they felt uncomfortable, I would want to know about it, right? If you're a business owner, or you know what I'm talking about right there, you would want to know, right? So yes, I'm going to go later today, but I didn't want her to have to be able to look back and be like, what a bitch, she totally threw me under the bus, right? I didn't want her to have that power. So I came to her. I put my big girl pants on. I tightened up my hair, and I was like, you know what? No, not today. I'm not going to stand down today, because normally I just take the high road. Normally I don't talk about the drama and the bullshit. Normally I don't. Like, I try and just suck it down and just be like, Carissa, focus on you. So, excuse me, two things that I've learned is that I was put in an uncomfortable spot twice today. And two of those spots could have, both of those spots could have, put me in a different direction, right? In a different headspace. I could have let the conversation with that man get the best version of me today. I could have left, skipped my workout altogether, and then just completely felt defeated. And if I didn't have that conversation with her, she would have then had more firepower with me, or whatever she thinks she needs to do, okay? So the lesson that I want to leave you guys with, besides the fact that a group class should not be like that. I have never taught one, and I have never attended one in 11 years that literally makes your members feel like shit for showing up, okay? So don't let that scare you. But the big lesson here is that I want you to stand up for yourself. I'm sure many of you have been through a spot or currently in a position that you feel uncomfortable. Maybe it's your job, maybe it's work, maybe it's your partner, maybe it's your family. Maybe it's just something internally where you feel super uncomfortable. And you can either stay in that uncomfortable spot and, play small, or you can rip the Band-Aid off and just say, you know what? No, I'm standing in my power, and I am confident, and I am a badass, and nobody's going to ruin my day. So that's the lesson that I really wanted for you guys to take away, is that not every day is perfect. I got judged when I was 213 pounds, and I get judged even more as a fit professional. That is so sad that society will judge you and make you feel bad because you feel confident in your body. But I'm telling you, I've been on both sides. And that's complete BS. And the best way to get over someone else's judgment is to just focus on you. That's the only thing I can control, right? So that's what I'm going to leave you with here today, because I got to hop off. I have an all-women's networking event happening in about 15 minutes. And then a positive is that I do get to go and, Sarah, I love you too. The positive is that I do get to go to a different gym today and train one of my clients. It's not all often. I mean, my clients are scattered all over the country, and it's cool to know that when one of your clients is 30 minutes away, you can literally like go to the gym and help them work out and build that sense of confidence. And like, it's not something I charge her for. She's already a client of mine. So I'm really, really excited for that today. And then tomorrow I get to fly out to LA and see that part of the country I've never been. I'm so excited. So many good things can happen in your life when you literally shield the bullshit from it. So gentlemen, if you're watching, instructor, if you're watching, you did not get the best version of me today. You will never get the best version of me today. Do not mistake my tears for weakness. And that's just me, right? Because tears are our warriors. I truly believe that. They fight our battles, and emotions are good for us. Because had I just bottled all that in, would have blown up, right? At some point, somebody would have got a really nasty version of me, and it probably would have been like my partner, my husband, my daughter, myself. So anyways, yes. Jasmine, I'm so glad. Warriors, your tears are your warriors. They tell a story. And my tears today told them that, you know what, I'm a human. Treat me with respect, and I will treat you with respect as well. Y'all have a fabulous day.